Hello and welcome to the last installment of Violet Town. Bleh, Violet Town. Off to a good start here. Alright, so Happy New Year everyone. I think my last video was this year, but I can't remember. Because, yeah, short-term memory, not there. Long-term memory, even less so there. But anyway, this is the last video in the Violet Town series. I will be finishing off everything in this video. There's not gonna be a single piece of white space left, and I'm quite excited to finally finish this up. I have a stack of things to color, and I really want to get to it. And I thought that when the season was slow that I'll have more time to do this, but I actually didn't. And it's baffling. I don't know where my hours go, but it always seems like things take longer than I expect, and before you know it, it's 3 a.m. and I should be sleeping. But yeah, I want to get this done. I want to start a new one, and I don't know what to color yet. So stay tuned for that. It'll be a surprise. So last time I was talking about getting some colored pencils. That still hasn't happened yet because I can't find a set that I like. I know Prismacolors are the best, but Amazon's been showing me a lot of other different options. But it seems like every set has certain colors that I don't like so much. And I don't know, I'm still doing the shopping thing, so I do really want to do some color pencil stuff, but that will probably come in later. So in the meantime, it's gotta be markers. Yeah. Okay, so this part is actually my least favorite part. I probably said that about other stuff, but as I'm watching this, I'm just gonna say that I hate coloring leaves. It's not really that different from any other tiny little bitty bits and bobs, but I think it's because it's all green that it makes me anxious. Like when I want to color leaves, I want them to be different varying shades of green, sometimes yellow or greenish yellow, but then I don't want any of the same shades of green to be touching each other. You know, it's like having a bowl of mixed nuts. You don't want two cashews to be touching each other because then they wouldn't be mixed. So that's the kind of slightly obsessive thinking that I have. So coloring these leaves actually took a really long time because I can't get over, and at some point I think I just got sick of it. I'm like, whatever, it's green, take it. I do find that it's really nice to mix the yellow into the green to make it look more leafy like. Yeah, so there's a tip. You know, I feel really weird giving coloring tips because I'm not an expert. I just do this for fun, but people have asked me, oh, how did you do this part? It's like, I don't know, I just grabbed a bunch of green and I just did the thing. This is why I'm not a teacher, and I never wanted to be a teacher, and I never thought I could be a teacher. It's because for some reason I always assume that everything is really obvious, even though it's not immediately obvious to other people. And then I just forget how to explain things with words. Yeah. Alright, so almost finishing up the leaves here. Thank goodness. Don't want to go back there. Alright, the next up is the ducky. Now, I did this from memory. I wanted a mallard duck. I think that's what they're called, the dudes with the green heads and the brown bodies, but I didn't look up a reference picture, so I was kind of guessing like what kind of brown and what kind of green and like how it looked in my head, but I think, I mean, this duck looks fucking ridiculous. Look at its eyeball. It looks so shocked. But anyway, yeah, I think that's a cartoony, faithful to actual duck. Anyway, water is very hard to color actually because it's supposed to be translucent. I think I had this problem with glass too. I know we like to color water as blue, but it's only really blue if whatever's underneath is blue. Like in pools, it's not actually blue. The tiles are blue. That's why it looks blue. So in that one, I don't know. I went with blue anyway because it's like a default water color, and I think it was too dark actually, but whatever. I think at this point in the picture I'm like, whatever. I don't care. I just want it to be done. So I kind of breeze through the rest of the little details, because the big pain in the butt was the sky, and I knew it. No, not sometimes. I always color the sky last because it's such a vast amount of space. But I think I should actually try doing it first to get it out of the way. So the next time that I draw something with a big open sky, I will probably do that first, just to see. And it also would set the tone. Like for this one, I didn't really have a plan. Like I said, I didn't know what light source I wanted. I just kind of went with it. I think if I colored the sky first, that'll set the tone for the rest of what I'm coloring. So my idea for the sky was like a dusky, could be sunrise or sunset. It's like twilight time. So if you ever stared at the sky with your mouth hanging open, like I sometimes do, you'll notice that there's a lot of colors in the gradient. Starting from the light source, which is the sun, it's like a golden yellowy, and then it'll fade to like a pinkish, and it gradually gets cooler in color as it goes up. So what I wanted to do was like a blue, but I chose a teal instead because it just looks nicer. And then I went with purple. The next one is gonna be pink, and then it's gonna be like peachy, and then it's gonna be yellow. But I found that it wasn't blending well because the colors are so different. Like teal and purple, yeah, not really one that would blend into the other. So when in doubt, you just layer the colors until it looks convincing. You could just keep adding. When you think it's too much, it's not enough. Just keep going until it looks like it's blended. And I know when I have this finished, it doesn't look super blended, but it's fine. Like it was passable. Alright, so now I have a pinky color. I really like that color, by the way. I want to dye my hair that color. I actually did have my hair this color for a little bit before it completely faded. So I'm pretty adept at coloring on paper, I think, but coloring my hair, that is a whole other ordeal. The colors just don't stay, but yeah, on paper it's great. So as I'm blending the pink with the purple here, I find that I started to use a color blender, like a clear blender, and I found that it ate through the colors instead of blending them. So I'm like, oh shit, better go over it with purple again. So I'm just covering all the spaces right now, and then I'm gonna go back and blend some more. You'll see, yeah. It's just to add the same colors all the way to the top, so it looks like one fadey, gradient-y thing, even though that's the intention, but I don't think it really played out perfectly like I wanted. I did discover though that since the colorless blender was eating away the color instead of blending them, that hey, I can use this for some other effect. So I started to use it for clouds. It's gonna come up in a sec, 2 secs, maybe later. I didn't realize that this video is this long. But anyway, yeah, this is my attempt at blending, adding more colors on top of colors. And here we go. Here's the blender. If you pile it on, see how it's like erasing what I just did. Oh my god, this focus is driving me crazy. Autofocus, guys. But yeah, so that's a pretty cool effect. Like, you can subtract color by using the blender, and it doesn't take it all away completely, but it gives it a nice like color watery wash. And that's my attempt at drawing clouds. I don't know, they're just puffy fluffy shapes in the sky. All right, so the last step was, since I colored the sky the color that I did, I wanted to add some pink highlights to the buildings to make it look like, to blend it in, to look like it's part of its environment and not just completely separate entities. I kind of like this because it looks very Lisa Frank. Like, not what I intended, but that's how it turned out. I kind of like it. It's dreamy, but in a very like acid, hallucinating kind of way, and it's cute. So there it is. Here are the details. This project is finished after many months of procrastination, and I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.